Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to divide polynomials using synthetic division on deltamath. I'm going to try to use these tools over here, so I have to use a keypad with my finger on my Chromebook here, so just kind of bear with me. It might take a little bit longer. This one is very long. Let's kind of look for a new one. Okay, so here we go. You can do the longer ones too. It's just more annoying for me to do it with this. But what we're really doing is we're dividing this binomial into this polynomial here. And there's kind of a couple ways. You can use long division or synthetic division. So we're going to try synthetic. Okay, so what you want to do is first kind of start to set this up like this. So you can either kind of draw like a little like half square here with the number inside and then write all these, but deltamath does it like this. So this is how I'm going to do it. Kind of make like a sideways L here like this. Okay, and you write this number on the outside. So really you want to set this equal to 0 and solve it. So equal to 0, you would subtract 8 to both sides, so it would be x equals -8. So really you just always want to just switch this sign. So it'll be -8 right here. 8's the toughest for me here, zigzagging. There we go. And then what you want to do is take all of these coefficients and write them across the top. Okay, so 3, 26, 13, -24. You want to make sure all of them are here. If you're missing a term, like if this wasn't here, you need to put a 0 in for the squared term. If you don't, it's wrong and it's messed up. So the way to kind of check is my highest exponent is here. It's 3. So that means I should have one more than that numbers because I have my constant, right? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers. That's one more than that 3, the biggest exponent. So again, just write them across the top right here. Here's a 3. Pretty bad. 26. Good enough. 13. And then -24 here. That's my constant. All right. Okay, so this is all set up again. You want to make sure you have all your terms here. If you're missing one, you need to put a 0 in up there. These have all of them there. So here's the process. You got to make sure that that sign is correct. That's a key. And then make sure you're not missing any terms. So what you want to do, here's the process. You want to start by bringing this one down. So there's a little arrow. And you just kind of bring this one down. You write whatever that first one is, you just bring it down. There's a 3. So what you want to do is multiply whatever's down here by the number outside, and you write it here underneath. Okay, so and then so that -8 times 3 is -24. Okay, and then once you do that, you add straight down. So -26 plus -24 is 2. Okay. And you just do it again. You keep going until you're done. So -8 times 2 is -16. And then you add straight down again, so you're going to get -3. Okay, and then one more, multiply. So -8 times -3 is +24. Okay, and one more to add straight down here, -24 plus 24 is 0. Okay, there we go. There's our process. So again, you bring the first one down, multiply, write it, add, multiply, write it, add, multiply, write it, add until you're done. Okay, so that's the process. Okay, and then let's see how to write our answer here. Well, this, I kind of like to draw a line to block this off. This last number is always going to be a remainder. So this first section on deltamath that I set up, none of them have remainders. So you don't have to worry about this remainder. I'll talk about that in a second, what happens if you do get a remainder. And what that means is this is our answer right here, and this is the constant term. Okay, so just like here, this is the constant. Well, this will be the constant in our new answer here. This is going to be your x term, and this is your x squared term in this case, right? We know that we divided these polynomials. X cubed is the biggest term divided by x is x squared, right? You subtract those exponents. So this is what we're going to have an x squared term in our answer. So what these numbers are here are the coefficients of these terms. So this is 3x squared plus 2x minus 3. That would be our answer. So we can just come right over here and fill this in. Oops. So 3 was our coefficient. X, you hit your caret button to the second. You hit over to get out of there, and then plus 2x minus 3. And again, there's no remainder, so I don't have to write plus 0 or anything over here. That's it. I don't have a remainder. If you did have a remainder, okay, the next section of this synthetic division, you may have a remainder, and I'll show you what it looks like. I might not do a whole problem out because it takes so long, but if you have a remainder, what you would do is you'd write plus or minus, whatever the sign is here, and you'd put that number there. So say I had like minus 2. I'd write minus 2 divided by, and you write this, the divisor, underneath. So that's if you have a remainder. Okay, but we didn't have a remainder here, so here's my answer. I can just click submit. And there we go. We got it right. So again, it doesn't show how to get this out front. You're really setting this equal to 0, or changing the sign. Okay, so some of the pre-teach videos I showed have just this little box out here and doesn't have these lines, but the pre-teach video for this is pretty good. So it shows you, multiply by -8 and add vertically. And they have exactly what we had over here. They have exactly the same thing. A little bit neater than mine. Okay, so that's that one. Let's take a look. I'm not going to do the whole problem out, but let's take a look at the second one, and I'll just show you what it is. It's the same exact process. Let's find one with a remainder. So this one has a remainder, okay? So let's see. We have all of our terms here. We're not missing any. So they just wrote all 5 of them across the top, right? One more than this biggest exponent. They set this equal to 0, right? And solve. So they have a -3 out front, okay? And they even write the terms above to show that they're representing every term, okay? And then they just multiplied. They brought down the first term, multiplied, added, multiplied, added, multiplied, added, and then multiplied one more time, and this time they had a remainder. So I'm kind of not showing you the bottom on purpose. But again, this is the remainder. Here's my constant. So here's going to be my x squared, x cubed. So it'll be 2x cubed minus 8x squared plus x minus 4. And then you're going to go plus 1, this is positive, over your divisor. Or this right here, your divisor. That's what this part is talking about. Okay, so there it is. 2x cubed minus 8x squared plus 1x minus 4 plus 1 divided by, and it's just this, whatever goes on the bottom is just this, whatever you used to divide it by in the first place. Okay, so these take a little bit of practice, but it's actually pretty fun when you do these. They're pretty quick. I think the hardest part people have is writing the answer at the end. But give it a shot. Use the pre-teach videos, and you should be able to get it. So this should help you through online assignment 13, and I will see you guys next time.